All right, we're gonna get into week one's games, predictions for whatever that's worth.
Sure to go wrong.
Yeah, we always screw this stuff up. We're gonna have an early game this year, starting June 11th. It's a Tuesday night to kick off the season.
Listen, we had both captains begging us to get the season started.
They want to get the games rolling.
And I can't wait, to be honest, as well.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So opening up with the Jonas Brothers, that's Isaac Norwood Dweck. He's the captain of this team, playing the Black Mambas, Nembe Cats. Should be a fun matchup.
I think Nembe wanted to change the name to Granny's Boys.
I heard about that.
In memory of
Box's grandma.
Box, as we all know, on his team, the hitter. On his team, his grandma passed away, and they wanted a name after her because she was friendly with the boys. But I don't know if they ended up changing the name. But either way, their season,
Black Mambas for now.
No, their season was basically in memory of her.
Okay, that's beautiful. So the Jonas Brothers, whose season is dedicated in honor of his son.
Right.
So we're talking all really nice over here. To kick it off, to me, it's the battle of the two teams that I don't want to say have the least of the pitchers, but in everybody's eyes, it's the two teams that the big question mark for both of them are the pitchers. They might end up being the shining stars, but coming into the season, that's each other team is going to view their weakness as, let's get that pitcher rattled, let's get on base through base on balls, through walks, let's hit him, stuff like that. Being Ralph the Tuna Sutton, as they call him, from what I hear.
He was happy hour, it turned tuna, I don't know what's going on.
We don't know what it is there. Against Jack, the nicest guy, Bawabe Safety. Right? I think all Bawabes are Safties.
Are they?
Yeah, I believe so. No relation.
You got some Syrian heritage just there.
Yes. It's reading the old heritage Syrian book. So, how I
see
these games...
Egyptian or is he Syrian?
I don't know. How I see these games breaking out is being that Norwood's team has more veterans on it to start a season with the Salims and the Moshamas of the world and Isaac himself. They have a lot of these old-time winners. I could see them, before having to mesh as a team and feel themselves out, once they have one or two things go right, they can let the ball roll early. I could see them winning two.
Okay, I could also see them winning two, but they're not going to win two. Because a lot of times with these teams, when there's so much star power on the same team, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, it could happen the reverse way. They always say it's the beginning of the season.
I think, I'm going to call the boring part of split. I see Nembe's team has a lot of speed, and they're going to be shocked. And Jonas Brothers are going to be shocked of what's going to happen, and they're going to be running up and down the bases. And then game two, I see settling in, and I see an even split game. First game.
All right, I'm calling a sweep by the veteran team. I may be wrong. Again, my brother called a split. Let's see what happens. On to the second game. We're going to follow. It's a week later. Palos Hermanos.
No. Los Pollos Hermanos.
Sorry, I'm not a Breaking Bad guy.
It's the Spanish words.
Again, playing, it's interesting, the Black Mambas, Nembe Cats' team, is playing the second game of the season.
So basically, they're going to be done 20% of their season.
20% right away.
Before the season starts.
So
this stretch, these 4 games in a week, is really going to mean a lot to them.
Well, every game in our season, with a 12-game season.
I'm saying especially with getting you're already going to be either on the standings up or down.
Well, off the bat, I'm going to see it because of what I said before. They're going to have that week before to see what they got to do to feel their team out.
The adjustments.
They're going to have the adjustments that Los Palos Hermanos.
Pollos.
Get in there. Carlos and Gabe's team, they're going to have what the other team didn't have yet to get ready. So I could see them coming out and winning game 1. But with Mikey Shalom, from what I hear, Mikey might be out for the first 2 weeks. They're working on a sub. But with that team coming out game 2 and winning. So that game, I see as a split.
So you're calling the split ski, and I see, okay, again, I love the speed of Nembe's team, but I think whatever their team has, I think Mikey will do a little bit better of a job pitching than what's going to happen on
the Nembe Cats, Jack
on Nembe's team. Whoever's pitching for that team at that point. And again, I love Los's team, and I see them coming out and actually opening up a can and giving him a romp to Nembe's team, and having Nembe scrambling, questioning who's going to be my pitcher for week 3.
Wow, so you see
so
sweep?
I see a sweep for the defending championship team, Los Pollos Hermanos.
He's got a sweep. I got a split on this one. On to that next night, it's going to be the Tigers, the Jackie Tal, Rob Solomon, Teddy I, Shaq and company. Tigers against the Jocks.
So the Jocks, as we just said, last week when we spoke about we're previewing, the post-draft report, their team really has a lot of question marks on it, and they could have some skill there, but until I'm proven wrong, I don't think those guys are anything until they play and show me what they could do.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I think they got a tough start to a season.
Well, definitely. Anytime you go and start a season against Rob Solomon.
Right. They're going to have some young guys here, and as good as Laundromat and Kushner may be, they're going to get a wake-up call right away to seeing the pitching of Rob.
So one thing Rob does every single year is he gets off to a strong start.
That's right. He gets his teams off to a very strong
Goes
start.
4-0, 5-0, whatever it is.
They have always a good record early, and it gives them a cushion.
Well, I don't know. It sounds like we're both calling a sweep for the Tigers.
Yes,
I'm calling a sweep for the Tigers.
I do think it's a sweep for the Tigers as well. Not that, like I said, not that I love the Tigers team as much. I don't even think they're going to put that many runs. I think Maxie Deed's going to hold them pretty well in check. But I think Rob Solomon's going to be too much.
Again, you're right. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. I think it's going to be a 4-2, 3-1 kind of game.
If this game was later in the season for the Jocks and they found themselves, and these late guys that I hear may be athletes and may be good, I could maybe see something else. But coming in the first game against Rob,
I know these guys haven't played in this league before. It's an adjustment period. I don't care where you played it before. So
Rob's a top-notch pitcher. Simple as that.
So basically, we're both going to be calling a sweep for the Tigers.
Sorry, Nathan. Let's see if you can prove us wrong. And the last game of the week is 42, which is Maurice Haber and company with Ali, Jimmy, and everybody else.
The team without the shortstop.
That's right. Against the Average Joes. That's Ike Mavora's team.
Which I, again, think is the most well-rounded team in the league.
This, to me, is maybe, the most interesting matchup of the
I
first
think
week.
this is the top billing.
This is A.B. Cohen / A.B. Sack, whoever shows, against Ike Mavora. So
I think this is the game of the week, no question. I see whoever, if, I'm not going to say what I'm going to, my prediction yet, but if one of these teams sweeps that other person, it's going to prove huge later in the season when they're going to be fighting for seeding. I know I'm talking about seeding. The season didn't start yet, but I feel so strongly these two are the best two teams in the league.
Okay, I simply see a split because I like both teams. I do think 42 is going to come out with a lot of runs. I think Ike, not that he's going to get hit hard, but they have a very deep lineup, and these guys know how to exploit holes. If they see somebody playing a little weak, Jimmy Malach, Ali, they'll make it happen.
And based on that, why don't you think they're going to win too?
I don't think they'll win too because I think Ike's too strong a pitcher. He's him and Ray together at the helm. As Ray's the captain, Ike being his first pick, they're together, sort of like a co-captain type of idea. I could see them pulling a team together. And like you said, you like their team. I like their team as well. Their bats could come alive, and they have a lot of athleticism on their team.
So I'll say it like this.
I see a split.
Both these teams, as I was just saying before, are strong. But because the left side of the infield is such a question mark, there's too much professionalism on the hitting part on Mavora / Reyes' team to not exploit that weakness. I think I see a sweep. I know, I hate to say it, and I think what's going to have to be done is maybe a trade or maybe a little bit of a maneuvering is going to have to happen to fix something on the shortstop / third base side for Maurice's team. I see a sweep week 1 for Mavora getting off to a strong start.
All right, like we said, our predictions
sure to go wrong.
It
is what it is. We got to do what we got to do.
So good luck. We'll see you on the field, and looking forward. Have a great night.